From the last video, nagkaroon tayo ng first example natin, which is example number 1, ito. Okay, so, in that manner, we have solved this type of non-homogeneous differential equations at ito yung solutions niya. Okay, medyo tumalon tayo kasi hindi kasya doon sa kabila. Okay, so we have YC, the homogeneous solution, and YP, the particular solution. So, ito yung isang missing link. Okay? So, ito. So, if naalala nyo kung paano yun, paano sinolve tong Y particular. Okay? So, the solution will be not enough. Okay? The solution should not be only YC. Okay? Kapag nung pag homogeneous kasi, kung equal lang siya dito kay 0, YC lang. Okay? Or homogeneous solution. But since it is non-homogeneous, it has a right hand value which is equal to x plus 5. So we also have particular solution. So the solution will be y is equal to yc plus yp. Okay? So we would add more solutions to that. Okay? So I would erase everything. And then we'll start with our second example. Okay? And maybe I will concentrate on certain types of solution. Okay. So we'll concentrate first with polynomials. So, involving polynomials. So when we say homogeneous, non-homogeneous differential equations, it could be that a particular non-homogeneous equation is equivalent to a certain polynomial. Okay, so non-homogeneous differential equation is equal to f of x. For example of this, like this, so y minus y plus 8y is equal to x squared plus 5. Okay, so how do we determine the yp? Okay, so we all know that we already know how to solve your yc. Okay, into which we convert this equation into a we convert in this equation. Okay, so we convert this left-hand equation into auxiliary equation. So we got your YC. Okay. But somehow, how to do YP? Okay, so how to do this YP? Or the particular solution. So, yan yung i-concentrate natin. Okay? So, let's try to look upon this equation. Okay. So, meron kang, so equivalent siya kay x squared plus 5. Okay? So, you should concentrate in the lowest. Okay? So, you should look upon the lowest. Okay? Look. Okay? So, when using YP, so we should look upon the lowest degree of degree in the differential equation. So here, the lowest degree in the differential equation is this. Why? Because it is not a differential. So y is not a differential. So therefore, we concentrate on the lowest. So therefore, your YP should be nandito pala. So your YP should be equal to A. Okay? X squared plus bx plus c. So we assume YP as equal to ax squared plus c because kunin muna natin to. Okay, explain ko further. Kunin natin to. So, y, ito yung pinakamababa kasi yung itong y2 is second degree. Y prime is first degree. At itong y na to is 0 degree. Kaya dito tayo mag-concentrate. Okay? Kasi itong yp, kailangan mo tong i-replace dito. And then dapat mag-equate siya dito. Okay? So, therefore, kapag polynomial, so we concentrate y is equal to a certain value x squared plus 5. And we also concentrate in the highest degree. Okay, we are talking about the highest degree of the left side of the polynomial. So, this is 2, highest degree. 2. So, therefore, ang i-equate natin siya, y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Yan. Okay. So, what about ito? Pag ganito lang siya, yung yp mo is equivalent, paano? So, concentrate tayo yung lowest degree niya is y prime. Okay? So, kailangan natin siyang equate into equivalent dito. So, ang highest degree dito is squared. So, ang ating magiging y prime should be ax squared plus bx plus c. But somehow, y prime. So, kailangan natin tong, paano natin? I-integrate ba natin? No? So, meaning, kasi y prime is equivalent to ax squared plus bx plus c. So, we take that y should be higher degree than d. So, it should be ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Hindi natin siya literal na, literal na i-integrate. I-jack up natin siya lahat. Okay? And then, we should start from the highest degree, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay? So, this is 3, third degree, second degree, first degree, and fifth degree. Okay? So, maybe what I'm explaining doesn't make sense to you. So, maybe we should go on with our example. So, we should concentrate in this problem first and before this. Okay? So, ganon yung, natin, ganito yung concentrate natin sa involving polynomials. Okay? So, let's have an example. So, start tayo dito. It will be our example number 2. Okay? So, example number 2. So, ganito to kanina. Okay? So, una natin gagawin, kunin natin yung auxiliary equation. Okay. Auxiliary equation will be equivalent to y double prime, it is r squared. Y prime, it's r, and then y is 1, so 8 is equal to 0. Okay. So, the second thing you should do is to determine its roots. Okay? So, if you are having, okay? So, when we look upon this auxiliary equation, we could notice that this is not factorable. Okay? So, how do we know? So, let's try the discriminant. Okay? So, b squared minus 4ac. The b here is this -1. And then, A here is the coefficient of r squared, which is 1. And the C here is the 8. So it will be equivalent to 1 minus 32. So we have negative 31. Also, since that this is less than 0, so therefore it is, so the auxiliary equation has two unequal roots. So yan. So therefore, the auxiliary equation has two unequal roots. So anong gagawin natin kapag ganyan yung nangyari? So the thing you should do is to use quadratic equation directly. So therefore, your r will be negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. The negative b here is negative 1. So this is 1. Okay? Negative of negative 1 is 1. Over the square root of b squared minus 4ac. So we get it, negative 31 over 2a. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay? So therefore, the a here is 0, 1. So therefore, this is your roots. So since we have two imaginary roots, we go to this template. Y is equal to e to the power of alpha x multiplied by c1 sine of beta x plus c2 cosine of beta x. Okay? So, this is 1/2 plus minus square root of 31i over 2. So, therefore, our alpha here is 1/2 and where our beta here is square root of 31 over 2, which is beside the I. Okay? So, this is in the form of a plus minus bi. Okay? Alpha plus minus beta I. Okay? So, this is alpha, this is beta. So, that's how we do it. So, we replace it. We take these values into this template. So, we got e to the power of 1/2 x. Okay? Multiplied by c1 sine square root of 31 over 2x plus c2 sine. Okay, hindi kasya. Dito na natin ilagay. Plus C2 cosine square root of 31 over 2x. Okay? So, this is not the end of the story. So, what we get is the YC. So, we have not yet arrived to your final answer. So, this is your Y homogeneous solution. So, we should concentrate next time with this right-hand value, which is x squared plus 5. So, the next thing we should do, okay, so maybe, okay, so, alalahanin natin to, this is YC is equal to e to the power of 1/2 x, quantity C1 sine square root of 31 over 2x and plus C2 cosine of square root of 31 over 2x. Okay? So, the next thing should do is we go on solving the particular solution. Okay? So, maybe we'll go with the particular solution. Lagay natin dito. Okay? So, di kasya. So, lalahanin natin yung y double prime minus y prime plus 8y equals x squared plus 5. Yan. Sana nakikita niya. So, this is double prime. Ang i-replace natin, so since this is y, ito yung pinaka maliit na degree in terms of differential at itong x squared yung pinakamataas o pinakamaliit dito at pinakataas dito. So, pinakamaliit is y to the power y to the differential of 0. Yan. Differential 0 yung differential na. First differential, second differential. So, pinakababa to. So, equivalent to ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay? Template dito. Okay? So, this is yp. So, what you should need to do is to determine what is y. Okay? So, ito yung y natin. Y. So, yung y single prime natin, first differential of y is equivalent to 2ax plus b. And then y double prime is 2a. Okay? Just differentiate. So, you substitute this value into this. So, ang mangyayari, so, magiging 2a minus 2a plus b plus 8, ano nangyari? Ax squared plus bx plus c. And then is equal to x squared plus 5. Okay? So, we go on picking up the coefficient. So, the coefficient of x squared here. So, anong gagawin natin? The coefficient of x squared here is so, this is 2ax. Okay, so we need to be vigilant in how we solve this. So, we have the tendency to commit errors or mistakes. So, therefore, the coefficient of x squared, so none here. Here, there is 8a is equivalent to, the coefficient here is 1. So, therefore, a is 1/8. And here, the coefficient of x. So here, the coefficient of x is negative 2a plus 8b. So how do we, is equal to, there is no coefficient of x here, 0. So what we get is, we multiply it here. So negative 2 times 1 over 8 plus 8b is equal to 0. Okay, so if we simplify this one, we can get your b is equal to negative 1/4. So there is equivalent to 1 over 32. And then we have the constants. Okay. So the constants here is 1 over 32. And then, I know, the constants here is 2a plus, okay, those who have 8c, no, there is also here, negative b plus so plus 2a plus minus b plus 8c is equal to 5. Okay, so we need to get c. A here is 1 over 8, b here is 1 over 32, and then 8c. Okay, so if I were you, I will use calculator. You can use calculator if you want. Okay, so we can put the solution here because we have no one. So it should be 2 times 1 over 8 plus minus 1 over 32 plus 8c is equal to 5. Okay, so we transpose it here. So we can use a calculator. to ease our efforts. 2 times 1 divide 8 minus b, which is 1 divide 32 plus 8c alpha x is equal to 5. Shift solve. So we get 153 over 256. So your C is 153 over 256. So therefore, our y particular, okay, so we conserve space. So I make it lesser. So the answer here is supposed to be 1/2 x c1 sine okay, so the yp here is this. Ax squared plus bx plus c. The a is 1 over 8 x squared. Then, the b here is negative. Okay, the b here is 1 over 32 x then 153 over 256. Okay? So we'll try to check if we have answered correctly to avoid mistakes. Okay, so we got the correct answer. So this is your YC and this is your YP. Okay, so what we should do next is just to add your YC and YP. So since this is your YC and this is your YP, what we need to do, okay, so because we don't have a space here into still two whiteboards, is to combine these two. So there are, because YC, okay, so because YC is equal, Y, the whole solution will be Y is equal to YC plus YP. So we just combine these two, okay? So we can erase this one, okay? So YC is equal, Y is equal to YC plus YP. So you just add these two. And then that is already the full solution of your problem. So therefore, Y is equal to here. So this is your final solution. Okay? So I hope that you could follow. Okay? So these are the formulas. Okay, here. So I just directly put the solution here. So the final solution here. So that's it. So that's how you add. So this is the YC part and this is the YP part. Just add them two so you get the final solution. So ganyan. Okay, sana naintindihan nyo. Okay? So we get more examples. Okay. So i-replay nyo na lang dun sa portion na hindi nyo masyadong naintindihan. Okay? So we got second example for this video, okay? And the third for this video series. Okay, so we got more examples. Okay, so we just try to change a little our first example in this video. So ito. So start natin. So yung una natin gagawin is buo tayo ulit ng auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation natin dito is r squared minus r. Okay? So wag kayong magtaka. Yung ibang libro, m yung ginagamit nila instead of r. So if you are scan into the internet and you stumble down that they are using m instead of r, so it's still the same. You just they are using m instead of r. Just simple as it. So it will become r squared minus r is equal to 0. It will become r times r minus 1 is equal to 0. So therefore, your r1 and r2 is r0 and r is equal to 1. So therefore, the template here, this is case 1. So you will get y is equal to c1 e to the 0x plus c2 e to the 1x. Or you just erase the 1 because so it will become e to the 0, x is just simple as 1. So therefore, it will become c1 plus c2 e to the power of x. So this is your yc. Speaking of yp, okay, so we got a yp. So how do we going to assume your yp? So here, y prime. So your y prime should be in terms of x, some ax squared plus bx plus c. Since the highest power here is 2 in the right side, x to the squared. So y prime should be equal to this. But since we got to find y, so we get y is equal to, we jack up it higher, so a, b, and c is just representing constant, so it does not imply anything, so it will come ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Okay, so ganun yung natin. So ito yung yp natin. Okay, in just that form. So, ganyan. Okay? So, since y prime to, i-jack up mo ng isa. So, ganun na lang yung gamitin natin. So, pwede rin yan, ganun na to explanation. Okay? So, y prime should be ax squared plus bx plus c. So, since this is y prime, the lowest, so we jack up the highest degree by 1. So, it will become ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Okay? So, I hope you understand ano yung ibig nating sabihin. Okay? So, y prime is equal to x squared. So, we jack up 1 in order to, so that your y prime will be eventually 3ax squared plus 2bx plus c. And then your y double prime will be 6ax plus 2b. Okay? So since it is, so we got to replace these values into that equation. So y double prime is 6ax plus 2b minus the y prime, which is equivalent to 3ax squared plus 2bx plus c is equal to x squared plus 5. Okay? So we get the coefficients of each and every term. So the coefficient of x squared will be equivalent to negative 3a, okay? Negative 1 times 3, so x squared, so it will become Negative 3a is equal to 1. So therefore, a is equal to negative 1/3. Then the coefficient of x will become 6a minus 2b is equal to 0. Okay, so even though the x, coefficient of x is not existing, so we need to have the value of that. So a here is negative 1/3. Okay, just imagine, negative 1/3 times 6 is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 2b is equal to 0. So b should be equal to negative 1. Okay? So I hope you get what I mean. And then the constants. The constants are those that are not containing the variable x. So we have 2b minus c is equivalent to 5. Okay, so we know that b is negative 1 minus c is equal to 5. So therefore, your c is equivalent to negative 7. Okay, so that's it. So we now have the coefficients of x squared, x, and y, and negative 7. So therefore, your yp here, okay, so dito ko lang ilagay. So therefore, our yp will be ax cubed. What is the ax cubed? The ax, negative 1/3 x cubed minus x squared, since it is 1, and then minus 7. So therefore, okay, dito ko na lang ilagay, y is equal to yc plus yp. You just combined yc and yp, so therefore, our final solution is c1 plus c2 e to the power of x minus 1/3 x cubed minus x squared minus 7. So this is your solution for this second example in this video. Okay. Okay. So maybe let's have one more example. Okay. So pasensya na, medyo tumalon-talon yung ano natin. Okay? So starting from here, then this, and then this. Kasi kulang tayo ng board. Okay? So, let's have another example. Okay, so, it's currently raining outside. So, I will just make my voice audible. Okay. So, let's have our third example for this video, and the fourth for this series. Okay, let's take this. Okay, so this is our third example. So we have our first equation. So we have the auxiliary equation here. So we got, it became r squared minus 8r plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay? So if you are not sure with your answer, so I would advise that you just directly use the quadratic equation in order to lessen your effort. So r, the negative p here is negative 8, so negative of negative 8 plus minus negative 8 squared minus 4, 1 times 6 over 2 times 1. So r here will be 8 plus minus 64 minus 24 is square root of 40. Okay? Over 2. So So therefore, you have two equal distinct roots, but it is not 1. So this is 8 plus minus. So we could factor out 40. So it will become 4 times 10. So it will be 2 square root of 10. Because 40 here will be 4 multiplied by 10. Okay? Over 2. So therefore, it will become 4 plus minus square root of 10 when all divided by 2. So therefore, we got the template. In case 1, y is equal to c1 e to the power of r sub 1 x plus c2 e to the r sub 2x. So therefore, we got y is equal to c1 e to the power of r sub 1. Okay? R sub 1 is 4 plus square root of 10 x plus c2 e to the 4 minus square root of 10 x. So that is your particular YC. So we got YP already. Okay, so we concentrate on the lowest degree of differential, y to the 0. Okay, this is 0 differential. So it will become, so y should be equivalent to the highest degree, or the highest degree of the YP should be equivalent to the highest degree in this polynomial, x cubed. So therefore, you use ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Okay? So y prime, conversely, will become 3ax squared plus 2bx plus c. And y double prime, you differentiate it again, so we got 6ax plus 2b. Then you replace y prime is 6ax plus 2b minus 8 3ax squared plus 2b x plus c. And then we got plus ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d is equal to 0. So we get the coefficients. Okay? So the coefficient of, we have x cubed here. Coefficient of x cubed is the highest. So therefore, it is a. No, this is equivalent to x cubed. Sorry. So a here is equivalent, no other. So a here, the coefficient of x cubed is 1. So therefore, a is 1. Okay, ax cubed is equal to 1x cubed. Okay. So we get our third word. So we got the coefficient of x squared. So the coefficient of x squared here is negative 8 times 3 is negative 24. A. Okay, negative 24a. Then another here, plus b is equal to, there is no coefficient of x squared on the right side because it's only x cubed, so we got 0. So we know that a is 1, so therefore b is equal to, supposed to be 24. So 24, negative 24 times 1 plus 24 equals 0. So b is 24. And then coefficient of x, so we got 2b, and then we got negative 8 times c, so negative 8c plus what is so what is 2b minus 8c. So no, there is that we are already at constant. Okay, so this is the coefficient of constant and not the coefficient of x squared. So we got coefficient of x. Coefficient of x should be 6a. And then negative 16b. Okay, negative 16b. And then plus c is equal to 0 again because there is no coefficient of x here. This is x cubed. So therefore, 6 is equal to 1, b is equal to 24, plus c is equal to 0. So we got the value of c. Okay. So we got 378. Then we got, finally we got the coefficient of constants. Okay, so we got constants. Okay, so we just put constants because there are no x involved. Okay, so constants. So here, we got 2b. And then minus 8c plus d is equal to 0 since there is no constant. So we got the value of d. So we know that b is 24. So 2 times 24 minus 8 times 378 plus alpha plus d is equal to 0. So we got 2,976. So therefore, your yp is equivalent to, okay, so therefore, your yp is equivalent to ax cubed. The a here is 1, so it should be only x cubed. B here is 24, x squared, plus 378x. And then, finally, your d is 2,976. Okay, so I hope we didn't have the error in our solution. So this is your yp. So therefore, so this is yc and this is yp. So you just combine the two, or since we don't have the space, so we just put the answer here. So yc is equal to, okay, so yc is equal, y is equal to yc plus yp. So therefore, yung solution natin is i-combine natin yung dalawa. So this and this. So therefore, okay, erase natin to. Sorry, okay. So you can rewind if you want to catch up what I have written before. So here, y is equal to yc plus yp. So therefore, yp here is x cubed plus 24x squared plus 378x plus 2976. So we got y c1e to the 4 plus square root of 10x plus c2e to the 4 minus square root of 10x plus x cubed plus 24x squared plus 378x plus 2,976. So that is our solution. Okay, so this will be our final answer. So, thank you for listening. Okay, so this is our examples of solving differential equations or second order differential equations involving polynomials. So, I hope you got something from our lessons. Okay?